Good evening. It's a sincere privilege to be here tonight with Marty, his family, and Coach Mike Gilligan as we pay tribute to and honor a true legend of the gut. Most career points, assists, game-winning goals, and shorthanded goals are but a few of his records which still stand today. His skill and style created a buzz and excitement in Burlington and all across the state for this great sport and made UVM hockey games the place to be. Some 20 years later, he would be named a recipient of the UVM Distinguished Alumni Award. After all that he accomplished here, he realized even more success in the National Hockey League, where he led Tampa Bay to the Stanley Cup and piled up a long list of individual awards and appearances in NHL All-Star games. A future Hockey Hall of Fame member, we are proud that Catamount Country played an important role in his growth and development as an athlete, as a student, and as a person. He has been a great ambassador for UVM and as a role model for our youth. Marty has conducted his life with tremendous passion, dignity, and grace. He has been all that we hope for in our heroes, overcoming obstacles to achieve greatness, yet never losing sight of who he is, where he came from, and those who helped him along the way. His humility and positive spirit have separated him from the crowd and have enabled him to impact so many people, both in and outside of hockey. That tonight, for the first time in our history, the university will be retiring a men's hockey jersey. Number 8 now belongs exclusively to Martin St. Louis. Congratulations, Marty.
We're the stars in the sky tonight. Make you feel like there is no time. And if the world spins upside down, don't worry, it's just a ride. And if you lose yourself, don't worry, no, 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 I'll see you on the other side. From where you are, from where you are, from where you are, from where you are. See, the goal is to live our life fast. Will you become famous at last? And if the world spins upside down, don't worry, it's just a ride. And if you lose yourself, don't worry, no, 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 I'll see you on the other side. From where you are, from where you are, from where you are, from where you are. Oh. coming closer. Hold on, it's almost over. You can feel it coming closer. Hold on, it's almost over. You can feel it, you can feel it. From where you are, from where you are, from where you are.
They score! And a 2-on-1. Moving in a Stillman to San Luis. Score! Oh, my!
At this time, please welcome the Catamounts' current and final number 8 senior forward Jonathan Turk, accompanied by senior captain Evan Patton. Turk will make a special presentation to Marty. So now fans, a slight adjustment to your game program to introduce NCAA, NHL, Olympic, and most importantly, Vermont legend, number 8, Mr. Marty St. Louis.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you. I am flattered and humbled by this opportunity of by this outpouring of support. I would like to thank Coach Sneddon and Coach Gaudette and their staff, as well as both of these teams, for taking the time from the game tonight to be part of this celebration. UVM's hockey program has had some tremendous athletes come through, and I couldn't be more proud to have been a Catamount. I would like to thank President Sullivan, Athletic Director Bob Korn, Assistant AD Jeff Schulman for making this night possible. It is amazing for me to be standing here again at the Gut. I have so many great memories from my time at UVM. And so many of them were here on the ice. I think back of when I was on the bench and the teammates and coaches I had here. I learned so much, both as a person and a player. Coach Gilligan, you're my head coach. He taught me some valuable life lessons. I saw from him the importance of being a good human and to treat everyone with respect. He was one of my biggest supporters. When I struggled throughout my career, I could always count on him to send me a text and always say, keep your head up, keep pushing. It'll come back around. Thanks, Coach. Roger Grillo. Roger Grillo was one of my assistant coach. What started as coaching me here didn't end until the day I retired. I'm sorry, Raj. Aside from coaches, they were coaching me at the time. Roger was always the most valued and influential voice on my hockey career. It was he who I would call when I was in a slump, but also when I was doing well. He would have watched my game and knew the fine balance of telling me when he saw something I needed to work on. But he also knew when I was down on myself and needed to be pumped up. Through the years, we have developed a very strong friendship. And now that I am retired and coaching my boys, I go to him all the time for guidance on how to coach, since Roger's with the U.S. Hockey Development Program. Little did he know, his coaching wasn't over for me after my 4 years, you know. Only another 20 years after that, so thanks, Raj. I also would like to thank my other assistant coach, Joe Gervais, and also former athletic director, Rick Farnham, helping me navigate through my college career and always being positive influence on my life. Thanks, guys. I am honored to have so many of my former teammates here tonight. It means so much to me that you all took the time out to be here. The reality is I wouldn't be here tonight without them. I have some truly amazing teammates, many of whom became some of my closest friends to this day. It is here that I really learned how important it is to have a tight, close, cohesive group of teammates. That proved to be something that helped me in the pros to be a better leader and a team player. Thanks, guys. Although he isn't here tonight, he would be remiss for me not to give a huge thank you to one of my oldest friends, Eric Perrin. We were the dynamic duo, the French connection. It was with him that I saw how important chemistry with a line mate can be. Throughout my career, I always try to find that same kind of chemistry. I would not be here tonight if it wasn't for Eric. I am honored that I am the first to have their jersey retired, but I do hope that someday his jersey's right up there next to mine. It was also here at UVM through Coach Gilligan that I met my agent, Louis Gross. I am grateful that he was with me from the get-go. What started as a player-agent relationship, it became a true friendship. Thanks, Louis, for your guidance and your friendship. Really appreciate it. It was also here that I met my wife, Heather. Who knew that our college romance would turn into a marriage and 3 kids? I couldn't be more blessed and so happy to have her and our 3 boys, Ryan, Lucas, and Mason. I thank them all for all their love and understanding throughout the years. My dad and sister are here as well tonight, and I thank them for the support they always provide me. Also, to all my other family and friends here tonight, I thank you all. I really mean it. You guys have always been there for me. Good and bad times. And lastly, there is one person who is not here tonight. Although she's here in spirit, and she sat right there in that section 25 for all the games. She didn't miss the game. I wish she was really here because she loved Vermont and loved coming to all my games. She would have been so proud. I know she is smiling down on all of us. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for all being here tonight. Vermont fans are some of the best I've ever known. From the moment I stepped on the ice in 1993, I felt the fans behind me all the way. The energy the fan brings to the gut, it always gave me another gear. And for that, I am thankful. Enjoy the game. Go Cats, go.
Fans, at this time, please direct your attention to center ice as we raise Marty's number 8 to its permanent place in the Gutterson rafters, never to be worn again in the history of Catamount men's hockey.
A little surreal, to be honest. You know, you start the whole time I'm on the ice, and I know obviously the numbers going up. It's just, you know, just first time I played at the Gut, and you know, you come in as a freshman, you think you can play at that level, but you don't know how well you can play at that level, and so for me, you know, the 4 years here was every year trying to get better, and it was really the first time that I could feel like you know, everything else was possible, I felt, you know, and that was my time at UVM. So when I see the number going up, it made me reflect on my time here, and I see my boys next to me, and you know, Vermont has always had a special place in my heart, and you know, obviously the friends I've made here, how the community embraced me from the get-go, and I always felt I had a lot of people behind me and pulling for me when I was trying to accomplish where I wanted to at the professional level. You know, I mean, the week has been pretty easy for me in a way that you know, between Jeff Shulman and his staff, Krista Bell, it's they've made everything so easy for me, my family. They coordinate a lot of stuff for me, so I pretty much had to show up and make sure I didn't fall on the ice and give a good speech, and I try to do that. They've always UVM has always treated me with so much respect, and today was one of those days again that it was better than I thought it would ever be, and to be part of that today was very it's very humble from it, flattered, honored, and very thankful that I was able to play here and had great teammates, great coaches, just good people around me. As you play this game, you get recognized individually sometimes. It's such a team sport, and I've been blessed to win championship and stuff, but in terms of the individual awards, that one is up there. You know, to the fact that nobody will ever wear a number 8 jersey, it's, I mean, that doesn't happen a lot. So to be one of those guys, I feel I've left my mark, and it's, I guess when you look back on your life, I don't think they're necessarily things you want to do, but when you can leave your mark somewhere, you know you've done something pretty special, and again, like I say, I'm humbled by this experience. It's just so special to have them be part of that, you know, and be on the ice. Obviously, they only hear stories, you know, and whatever they do in their life, whenever they come back here, they can bring their grandkids at some point and say, hey, you know, that's, you know. Yeah, it's always nice you want the program and the team to do well. And I had a chance to talk to the team before the game. I thought it was awesome to be in the dressing room again. My kids were in there, and for them to get the win, it's not easy. I've been in part of those games where they honor somebody drink before the game, and it's a 20-minute, 15-minute ceremony, and then you got to go and you're all warmed up, and then you sit on the bench for 15, 20 minutes. You got to go play a game. And those are tough. They're tough games to play. So I'm glad that the team got the win, and they've been playing well. In the past month or so, they won a nice tournament here, and hopefully they hit their stride at the right time. I can say I gave everything that I had to the game. And I've moved on to something else, spending time with my kids and with their activities. I think I was such a 100%er when I was a player. I was always so committed to be the best I could be, and now I'm just doing something else. And I still enjoy hockey. I love watching, and I still watch the NHL on TV, and I catch the college games every now and then. But I don't have the urge of playing, and that's a good place to be.